So next thing I want to talk to you guys about is, let me adjust this like that. Ooh, that was bad. All right, it's subtracting fractions with like denominators and unlike denominators. The same thing we did with adding, we're going to do again, and we're just going to do it. We're going to use really simple numbers, just like we did before, so that we're more focused on the process. Okay? And our problem is going to be, where's my pen? There we go. 5, 6 minus 1, 6. Okay? And we're always gonna stack it vertically up and down. Just makes it really easy when we have to make equivalent fractions. Okay? And pretty much the rules we're gonna use are the same as when we were adding fractions with like denominators. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract the numerators. Okay? So 5 minus 1 is 4. Our second step is going to be keep the denominator the same. And then our third step is going to be simplify / reduce. Okay? So what does that mean for us? That means we subtract the numerator. 5 minus 1 is 4. Then we keep the denominator the same, so that is 6. Now can I simplify and reduce? Yes. I know that 4 and 6 is both multiples of 2. So if I did 4 divided by 2, that would give me 2. And if I did 6 divided by 2, that would give me 3. So I would have 2/3. What do you need, dude? Julian, that's not 5th grade work. All right, do we have any questions about that first half? Did he pick it up?
No.
Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, okay? So what I'm going to use for here is I'm going to do 5/8 minus 1/4. Remember, I'm lining up my problems vertically whenever I'm adding or subtracting, okay? And this is very similar to adding fractions with unlike denominators, because adding and subtracting are like best friends, as we would say. They're even best friends in order of operations, because we add or subtract from right to left, okay? So the first thing we're going to need to do is we have to find the least common denominator. Okay, our LCM, least common multiple. Okay, and we've talked about the process for doing this. Remember, I'm going to start with 4 and 8. And if I just go 4, 8, right there I have a match. Okay? So then I need to make an equivalent fraction with the LCM. And then my third step is going to go all the way back up here to where we had like denominators, because now we'll have like denominators, okay? So the way I create that equivalent fraction is I'm going to do, I know that my denominator is going to be 8, okay? And I know since this is 5/8, I have no work. So right here is 5/8. But 4 goes into 8 2 times, so I did 4 times 2 to get 8. So I need to do 1 times 2, which is going to give me 2/8. So then the last thing I do is I just subtract it. I do 5 minus 2, subtract the numerators, is 3. Then I keep the denominator the same, which is 8. And then I see if I can simplify. Well, 3 is a prime number. So unless 8 is a multiple of 3, I can't simplify. And unfortunately, 3 does not go evenly into 8. So I'm done with this process, okay? So guys, remember, added and subtracted fractions, almost the same thing. They're best friends, okay? So we use the same processes for both adding and subtracting.